Hi guys! Today we are looking at vocabulary and idioms from Breaking Bad, Season 1, Episode 3. Alright, so our first expression is to be an amount shy of something. So in the amount area, you're going to put a number or percentage. And it means that you are lacking or short or that you need that amount of money or that percentage. So it's kind of hard to explain in those terms. So I'll give you an example. If I'm working in sales and we are $10 shy of reaching our goal, that means we are lacking $10. Or if we sell $10 more, then we will reach our goal. So right now we're still $10 shy. Yeah, like we need to make that much more, or we hope to. And it doesn't include a feeling of whether we will make that amount or not, or any expectation. It's just stating a fact that we haven't reached the goal and that we are that far away from the goal. And it's usually used in technical situations. So talking about sales, talking about money. Maybe I'm saving up to buy something, but I'm still $50 shy of the amount I need. Or if we're talking about grades, maybe I ask, how did you do on your test? Did you get an A? You might say, I was a bit shy of getting an A, or I was 15% shy of getting an A. Or you could just say, I was a bit shy of that. Yeah, so I didn't make it to the goal that I'd wanted to achieve. All right, the next one is to take over for someone. So this is a great phrasal verb. It's very versatile. You could use it in formal or informal situations. And it just means to substitute for a person or to take the job or position of another person permanently. So it could be temporary, short term, or it could be forever. So to give you an example of something permanent, maybe I'm your teacher. But I will be moving to Morocco at the end of the summer. So maybe I say, so I'm going to be moving to Morocco at the end of the summer, but Jill is going to take over for me. So she will be your new teacher. She will have my position from that time forward, forever. It could be temporary. So an example of that could be and an informal temporary example, if we're all driving across the country, we're going to take turns driving, right? So maybe I drive for 3 hours and then I start to get tired. So you take over for me. So I could say, can you take over for me? Or can you take over driving the car? I could say that. Thanks for taking over. Yeah. And then later on in the trip, I will take over for you. I'll take over later. All right. So our next one is, all right. So in this episode, you're going to hear the expression, this line of work doesn't suit you. So we're going to break it down because there's kind of two idioms together in this expression. The first one is a line of work. So a line of work is just a type of work or a kind of job or a field that you work in. What kind of work do you do? So if I'm at a party and I ask, what line of work are you in? You could give me a general answer. I work in the entertainment industry, or I'm in the entertainment industry. Or you could give me a more specific answer. I'm actually a director. I just directed a documentary. So yeah, kind of leaves it open. And then this line of work doesn't suit you. So if something doesn't suit you, if it's a job that doesn't suit you, it's really just a nice way, I don't know if there's a nice way of saying that you're not good at your job, but it's a more indirect, or it's considered a more polite way of saying you're not good at your job. This line of work doesn't suit you. So it doesn't suit you. It's not a good fit is another expression, polite way of saying that you're not good at your job. It's not a good fit for you. So we're not saying that you don't have skills. You do have skills, but you're not good at this particular job. You don't have the right skills for this job. Other things that could suit you, sometimes we're talking about the physical. So It's commonly used for a color that looks good on you. So maybe you're wearing a green shirt today, and I could say, hey, that color really suits you. That means it looks good on you. Green looks good with your skin tone, your hair color, your eye color. Or it could be a more polite way of saying that that color looks bad on you, or that style looks bad on you. I don't know if there's really a good way of saying it though, that color doesn't really suit you. It's the most polite way of saying that color looks bad on you. Or maybe I got a haircut and I say, I don't know if short hair really suits me. I don't know if it looks good on me, if it's my style. All right, so put it all together. This line of work doesn't suit you. You suck at your job. And the next one is to feel under the weather. All right, so if you're feeling under the weather, it's a general expression for saying that you don't feel well. So it could be that you're sick. When I hear under the weather, I don't think extremely sick. So you don't have the flu. You're not vomiting with a fever. But maybe you're starting to get sick. So you feel tired. Maybe your throat is scratchy. Or maybe you have a really bad cold. It could be bad enough that you can't go into work. So you could call your boss and say, I'm feeling under the weather today. I won't be able to come into work. That would be okay. It wouldn't mean I feel sick, or because it's a more general term, it's a way to get out of lying to people about maybe having a hangover. So if you drank too much last night and today you feel nauseous and terrible, you could say, I'm feeling under the weather. That means I don't feel well. So you're not lying and telling people that you're sick, but maybe you don't want to actually say, I drank too much last night. So that would be an option. Or another case where you might not want to tell people too much information. Maybe if you are pregnant, ladies, and you're just at the beginning of the pregnancy and you're feeling nauseous and tired and really bad, but you're not ready to tell everyone yet that you're pregnant. You might say, I've been feeling under the weather lately. And that way you're not lying, but you're communicating that you haven't been feeling well or you haven't been feeling like yourself. All right, the next one is to make do with something or possibly someone. It's usually for something, to make do with something. So if you make do with something, it means that you don't have the specific thing that you need or want. So you have to use a substitute that is not as good, but it's okay. Whatever it is, it will get the job done. So if I'm making cookies and I realize I don't have chocolate chips and I wanted to make chocolate chip cookies, what can I do? I could make do with raisins. Okay, so I substitute and I use raisins instead, which for me is not acceptable. I hate raisins in my cookies, but some people actually like raisins in their cookies. So I wanted to make chocolate chip cookies, but I didn't have chocolate chips, so I made do with raisins. What else? All right, it's possible that you could make do with a person. So let's say we're doing a presentation at work and Mike is sick that day. He was supposed to be part of our group. So we managed to find another person that is able to do his role in the presentation, James. And maybe James doesn't know that much about the topic and he's not prepared. But he's a pretty smart guy and he's helpful. So he manages to help us with the presentation and the presentation is okay. It's not as good as it would have been with Mike. So afterwards, maybe we call Mike. We say, sorry you were sick, but we made do with James. Or you could just say, we made do without you. Or you could say, we made do, which means we did it and it was okay. It wasn't fantastic, but it was okay. But don't say that to James because he'll feel bad. It doesn't sound nice to say, James, we made do with you. Or, yeah, it's like he feels like he's an inferior substitute, which he is, but it's not nice to say that to people. So yeah, usually used for things, but you could use it to talk about people, or just situations, as in we made do without you. Yeah, like we did the best we could. All right, and our last expression for today, which comes up in this episode of Breaking Bad, it's all about making drugs and selling drugs. And so it's inevitable that we're going to get some drug vocabulary mixed in. Honestly, 99% of the time when I'm choosing vocabulary words and expressions for you guys, I choose the most versatile, most useful, common expressions and words that you could use in your everyday lives. But in this case, I thought, a trap car. That's our expression, a trap car. I thought, I've heard the expression trap before. Nicki Minaj song, Bees in the Trap, I bees in the trap. So when I heard that song, I had to search for what that meant because I'm far away from Nicki Minaj's social circle and her lifestyle. So I went to urbandictionary.com, which is a great resource for you guys to look up slang vocabulary that you don't know. And I saw that basically stuff involving trap, house, trap star is talking about drugs. So a trap star is a drug dealer who is very successful at selling drugs. A trap house could be a house where a successful drug dealer lives, or a crack house, which is a place where people who use drugs go to kind of use drugs and live in really poor circumstances. And then in this case, we have a trap car, which is a drug dealer's car. So there you have it. Unless you're a drug dealer, you're probably not going to use this very often, but you will hear it come up in pop culture. So it's good to know. All right, I hope today was useful for you guys, and I will see you later.